Welcome to the Late Show. Here's your host, Jimmy Fallon.
Hey, Jimmy, how you doing, Jimmy? How's your family?
Alright, welcome to the show. The first segment that we're going to have are interviews. And the first person I want to interview is Democritus.
That's me, Mama. Go get him, son. Thanks, Mama. Thanks for having me tonight, Jimmy.
Welcome, Democritus.
Why'd you have me up here?
I brought you to the show to talk about Adam. So, what do you think the atoms look like?
Well, you see, I think atoms come in like different shapes and sizes and stuff, according to like the different types of atoms. So like, there's like squares, there's rectangles, there's triangles. You know what I mean?
Don't forget the circles.
Thanks, Mama. And circles. I can't forget
Of course,
the circles. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, I know.
Mama, she's always looking out for me.
Right.
No.
Alright, so you first called the particles atomos. Why did you call them that?
Well, you see, I'm from Greece, and in Greek, atomos means cannot be split, and atoms cannot be split. So like lickety split, it came to me. You know what I mean? Atomos.
Yeah. So, in that sense, what is your theory about atoms?
Well, you see, atoms are like everywhere around us.
Yeah.
And they're like indivisible and stuff.
Yeah.
So like, you know what I mean? Like they're just like everywhere.
Yeah.
You go. Like boom! Atom. You know what I mean?
I know what
It's
you mean.
just everywhere. It's like crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, bro.
Well, do you think there's a limit to how much matter can be split?
Well, yes, there is. So matter can be split as many times as you want to, as long as you don't split the atom. So like you can split matter as long as like you can split matter all the way down to the atom. You know what I mean? And like,
Yeah.
yeah.
So does that mean that the atom is indivisible?
Well, yeah, that's what I said earlier.
Okay, okay.
The atom is indivisible.
That's what I thought.
So
Okay.
like you can't split it. You know what I mean?
Well, why
Atomos.
do you
Atomos
Yes.
cannot be split. Yes.
why do you think your theory should be known and respected?
Well, you see, my theory should be known and respected because, I mean, well, I came up with the idea of atomos, and matter can be divided up. And I came up with that,
Yeah.
and I think it's just kind of cool, you know? Like, have you ever, like, came up with something, and, like, you're just like, I did that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
That's what I did. That's why I think it should be respected, because not many people can say, like, I did that. But, you know, I can. I can say I did that.
Especially
You know
with
what I
something
mean?
so big as an atom.
Well, actually, atoms are very, very small.
Well,
You can't even see them. But like,
All right.
but is that all?
I think that's all.
Oh, thanks for having me tonight,
Yeah,
Jimmy.
of course. Thanks for
Nice
coming.
seeing you. I'll
Nice seeing you.
catch you on the flip side, Jimmy.
See you later.
Thank you.
All right, welcome back. The next person that I'd like to interview is Warner Heisenberg. Come on up. Whoa!
Hello,
Welcome.
Jimmy.
Welcome. So, you decided that you only had to be 95% certain.
Yes.
Why is that?
It is impossible to be 100% sure. 95 is as close as you can be to tracking an electron's movement and location within the cloud.
Oh, okay, okay. So, what does your uncertainty principle pertain to?
My principle pertains directly to electrons and their location in the cloud.
Okay. Is there an equation to help find those electrons?
Oh, you stumped him now, Jimmy.
No, he did not. So you think you stumped me, Jimmy, and you crowd pleaser. Well, do you have pen paper?
Of course I do. Here you go, Warner.
Thank you. Here we go, Jimmy. Delta x times delta mv is greater than or equal to h over 4 pi. Ha, ha.
That's impressive.
Thanks, Mama.
Please.
So, what awards have you won for your works?
I've received the Nobel Prize in Physics, the Max Planck Award, and many others that you do not need to know of.
Okay, that's impressive. Why do you think your theory should be known and respected?
My theory should be known and respected because it is 100% accurate. Or should I say, 95% accurate.
Wow. Oh, nice. Well, that's all for now.
Warner, we need you. Get to the chopper.
Welcome back once again. The last person I'd like to interview tonight is JJ Thompson. Come on to the stage, JJ.
Woo!
Hello, Hello, Jimmy.
Oh, that was,
Brilliant weather we're having.
that was
Oh,
fancy.
Yes, it is. So, JJ, what did you find inside of the atom?
I found the subatomic particle that I call the electron.
So, what exactly is the electron?
Well, you see, Jimmy, an electron is a subatomic particle that is negatively charged and very light, I believe 2,000 times lighter than a hydrogen atom.
Wow, okay. So, what holds these negatively charged electrons together inside the atom?
Well, you see, Jimmy, I only found a negative charge, but we believe that there is and there must be a positive charge within the atom to keep it together so that it does not repel but attract and stay together. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, I do. What experiments did you conduct to help prove your electron theory?
Well, Jimmy, that's a good question. I, in fact, used the brilliant cathode ray tube, which has a positive end, the cathode, and a positive, excuse me, Jimmy, excuse me.
Okay.
Positive end, the anode, and the negative end, the cathode, in which a beam is produced, and I used magnets and charged plates to actually bend this beam. But what was interesting about the experiment was the beam went the same way every single time, every single trial.
Wow, that's
So
amazing.
it shows that every atom, I used many different atoms in this experiment, Jimmy, and the brilliant part about it is that every atom had the same effect, the same end, the same result.
Mama.
So that means that every atom must have this particle, and this particle must be.
And rectangles and triangles and
And that's how I found the electron, because the beam went towards positive, meaning there must be negative.
Wow, that's impressive. So, why do you think your theory should be known and respected?
Well, I do believe that my theory was a huge discovery to the atom, to the model. I mean, this is a one subatomic particle. Later, I mean, we didn't have really any subatomic particles looking at
Right.
Democritus, Dalton, or anything.
He's speaking gibberish, Mama.
I mean, you look at it, and all we had was the atom. Now we got electrons. That's a pretty big discovery, and I believe that that should be respected and known. And I believe we should add that to the model immediately.
He's ripping on us. Get the 12 gauge, Mama.
So thank you, Jimmy. That's a good question.
Yeah, that's all.
Brilliant
That's
question.
all tonight, JJ.
Really?
Yeah, it is.
All right. Brilliant, Jimmy.
Let's get him,
Brilliant.
Mama, before he gets out of here. Don't let him escape.
Hey, Jimmy, have a
Go
good
get the
day.
12 gauge, Mama.
Thank you for staying with us through all the interviews. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and then the next segment that we're going to have is an epic rap battle between Erwin Schrödinger and Niels Bohr. See.
Are you ready? For what? Are you ready for this Sunday night? Tickets go on sale for $39.99. John Cena versus the Electron at the Super Slam.
Your time is up, my time is now. You can't see me, my time is now. It's the
Epic rap battles of chemistry! Niels Bohr versus Erwin Schrödinger! Begin!
It's Bohr right here. I've got a special model. It jumps ring to ring when I push down the throttle. Absorption and emission change the fact. Go home and play with your little cat. My energy is purple as I'm getting higher. Here's what regret which I spit is fire.
What goes up must come down. The movement of small electrons are all around. Forget the orbits. Boo-hoo. I'll be laughing all the way back in 1962. No wonder you're purple. Red isn't your strong suit. Forget your silly orbit theory and go back to reboot.
Wait. Now you may have won the Nobel Prize, but I know you can't sleep when you close your eyes, knowing that you can't compare, because you didn't win your 5th grade science fair. Yeah, that's right. That was me. I sent you crying down to your knees. Now who's the fool? I see you over there soaking in your own drool.
I got my PhD at age 23. Fool, you can't even compare to me. I received the Nobel Prize back in the 30s. You were still trying to measure the distance between some electrons in some small trees. Like Moses when I focus. Got you doing the hocus pocus all the way back to Copahogus, wherever the heck you're from.
Who won? Who's next? You decide! Epic rap battles of chemistry!